Okay, guys, I'm starting the recording. I'm going to try to talk fairly quickly because Jess is having a little bit of a hard time and she wants
Sorry, honey, this is
and not daddy. So I'm just going to make sure everyone is muted. And if you have questions throughout, you can just type in the chat box. I won't see it once my slides are up probably, so just unmute yourself and talk. But anyway, welcome to the team call. Today is September 7th, and tonight we will be talking about the coach opportunity. I'm going to start with quick recognition. So I'm just going to look at my screen over here for a second. So I first want to congratulate those people who earned a rung on the leadership ladder in the month of August. We have Laura Schiller as team builder, so that's the highest rung beneath the team leader rank that I am at, so awesome job, Laura. And then we have a bunch of business starters. Jessica Burke is a business starter for the first time, so congratulations, that's huge and awesome. And if you don't know what business starter is, I can direct you to the place, but remember everyone, in the Coach Online office, in the middle square, there's the Success Club tab, and then there is the Leadership Ladder tab. And after a month is complete, it will post what you earned for the month before and show you all of your qualifications. There's also a link underneath that gives you all the information for each rung of the leadership ladder. And then our other business starters are Crystal Robinson, Stacy Clark, Marissa Wine, Alyssa Wilk, Amy Boothman, and Lauren Klein. So congratulations to all of you. That is a great list of people on the leadership ladder, and I hope to see more people on there. And remember that for leadership ladder, make sure everyone's muted, for leadership ladder, that is a way to truly track if you are building your business on a solid foundation, because rank goes up and down. Rank changes. Rank is not a end-all be-all kind of thing. The leadership ladder measures the whole picture, so you always want to be achieving a rung and advancing there. I also want to congratulate the people who were recruiters in the month of August. Jessica Burke, Alyssa Wilk, Laura Schiller, Shannon French-Keach, Noelle Donahue, Amy Hayden, Kelly Lacey, and Crystal Robinson. And congrats to our top recruiters. We were all tied: George Axline, me, Amy Boothman, and Christy Chekovage. So awesome job. And then our August Changing Lives Club, led by Laura Schiller with 16 amazing Success Club points, and also Lauren Klein. Oh, I just realized that I'm not on the Changing Lives Club list. So sorry. Lauren Klein had 10 points. I also had 10 points. So we were the 10 or higher group. And then for Success Club 5, helping 3 people, that's Stacy Clark. Awesome job, Stacy, with 7. Amy Boothman, amazing job, 6. Marissa Wine, 6. Alyssa Wilk, 6. You guys are on fire. Jessica Burke, 6. So exciting, first time. And Crystal Robinson with 6, who has been on such a roll. Crystal has been rocking it. So that is our recognition. And now I'm coming back to look at you. Now I just want to remind you about some announcements. The Coach Online office is now mobile. I put that up in the Team Fit and Natural group. That is really exciting. I know so many of us are mostly working from our phones. And now that the Coach Online office is fully mobile friendly, it's going to make our lives so much easier. So to do that, you just, from your phone, go to coach.teambeachbody.com and just add that to your home screen on your phone, and then you can always easily access it. I want to say awesome job to, I think there are 15 of us in Diamonds to Dollars, the extra training group where people put in $25 to see if they can advance their business to Diamond by November. People are rocking that. I want to remind everyone that the 3-week yoga retreat group will be starting on September 19th, which is the same day that our regularly scheduled challenge group starts. Our regularly scheduled challenge group always starts on the 3rd Monday of the month, but the 3-week yoga retreat is a free group. It's the first time we're doing a big free group that is more than a week long. So I'm very interested to see how this goes. You want to make sure, obviously, that people sign up for the premium trial, the free 30-day trial of Club. So they don't just sign up for a free account with you. They have to check off the little area that says, I want to sign up for a premium Club membership. They will have to put their credit card information in, but they will not be charged. And you do want to set a reminder in Google Calendar or in your phone to make sure that you have that date in there so you alert them so that they're not just charged, on the 30th day. The good news is that whenever someone is charged for Club, if they don't want it and you realize within the next few days, it's always refunded right back to them if you go to Coach Relations about it. So either way, people are not going to get charged, but you want to make sure to be proactive about it. So this is very exciting. And I'm also hoping to make our challenge groups smaller this coming month. So hopefully by having people in the 3-week yoga retreat, that will kind of take people from the regular groups a bit, and then we'll be breaking up the challenge groups some more and having some new people step up to captain, which I'm really looking forward to. Also a reminder that if you are in the Health Vet group right now, there's been so much back and forth with what's going on in the rules, but remember, all you have to do is post Shakeology meals 5 days a week by hitting the Add Shakeology button, and you have to have a picture of it. Yes, you can use filters. There was a time when they said don't use filters. Yes, you can use a filter. It just has to be a picture of your Shakeology, nothing else, okay? For your workout, you only need 3 workouts per week, and they do not have to be Beachbody workouts. So they do count towards the pot. And again, since we're all in other challenge groups, the Health Vet group, we're not expecting you to do interaction there. We just want you to log your stuff there. Hold on, we have something in the chat. Can people be in both the yoga group and the regular group? They can, but if people are truly doing the 3-week yoga retreat group, it would be really nice if they could just be in that group. But of course, if you have coaches and challengers to support in the other group, and same way, like if you're not doing yoga retreat, but you have challengers or coaches that you want to support in the yoga group, then be in there to support them too. With premium membership, isn't there a small fee? Sorry, late to respond. Jessica, there's no fee for the 30-day free trial. They won't be charged until that 30th day. So it's totally free, so no worries about that. But they do have to put in their credit card, which people can be a little skittish about, so you have to really support them through that point because they're worried they're going to be charged. So you have to say, I'm putting this in my calendar. I will not let you be charged. Don't worry. Okay? All right. What else? The sneak peek group. Guys, I really love the format of doing the coaching sneak peek, not as an event, but as an actual group. And I'm going to get into that in the slides, but we are going to leave that group open for the weeks after so that we can keep adding people in until it's time for the next one, the last week of the next month, if that makes sense. So if you have people that are suddenly interested in coaching tomorrow, put them in that group and tell them there are 10 posts. They are numbered 1 through 10, and you can follow along. And then if you have questions or comments, you can comment on the post or you can private message me. And then I just want to remind everyone that Super Saturday is coming up October 28th for the New York people and the tri-state area people. My friends in Westchester are having an enormous Super Saturday that's going to have about 1,200 people. They have Joel and Jericho there. It's going to be an amazing one to attend. For those of you in the Boston area near me, I'm going to the Super Saturday event on Friday night, which will be in Woburn. Julie Boris, who is a master trainer and an amazing top coach, will be the special guest there. So I hope some of you will be joining me. And now I'm very quickly going to share my screen and try and talk as quickly as possible so I can get up to my crying daughter. Okay. So here we go. All right, so the coach opportunity, social media messaging, how to invite to it, and how to support new coaches. Some of this will be familiar, but it's always worth hearing more than once, because I think this is something that everybody feels a little bit hesitant about. We're all comfortable with inviting to challenge groups, but not so much with the coach opportunity. So to quickly go over, how does it benefit you to grow your team with coaches? There is a financial benefit. The more coaches you have, the more you benefit from the team cycle bonus. The team cycle bonus starts once you are an Emerald coach with 2 active coaches beneath you. This is basically passive income. It does not involve sales or commission. The more volume your team creates, the more you make in your bonus. You should aim to get to the point where your team cycle bonus is consistently outweighing your actual commission. So for me, by far, that is the bulk of the money I make, is the team cycle bonus. And it is what you want to do, so that the only way, that way you're making money for more than just selling a challenge pack. It is a very consistent way to make money. For motivation, you have to step things up when you have coaches, both in your health and fitness journey and your coaching journey as your team grows. It increases your accountability and your motivation. So it is good for you in every way possible. And it also helps you in the leadership realm, because as they say, you learn by teaching. You will grow as a leader and as a person, and in your coaching skills, the more you help other coaches grow. And what I also like to say about that is, if you have no coaches, and if you can't even imagine having a coach yet, if you're that much of a new member of our team, then what you can do is practice by supporting the other people in your challenge group. Your challenge group is basically a constant opportunity for you to step up as a leader and to practice being a coach, practice supporting others, practice inspiring, practice offering suggestions, practice thinking of others in little ways to help them along their journey. Help other people on the team. The way, and I always say this, but the way that network marketing works, which is the business model that Beachbody is based off of, is such that if you are helping other people, it always comes back to you. It comes back to you in ways that enrich you as a leader and as a person for personal growth, and it comes back to you financially. So if you are helping others on the team, even if they are not your personally sponsored coach, even if they are not your challenger, it will come back to you somehow. So don't ever feel that, if you're just not the totally altruistic kind of person that just wants to help, it will come back to you in other ways. So how to post about the coach opportunity on social media. The first way is to share ways that coaching affects your life without a call to action. So these are subtle, simple, everyday kinds of posts. These are not posts where you're saying, join my team as a coach, join my challenge group, join my next sneak peek. These are not those kinds of posts. And these are the kinds of posts about coaching that you should do the most of. So you want to think about how coaching has impacted your life and subtly share it in messaging that is not a call to action. So has coaching provided you with money? So maybe it's that I went to the grocery store this week and I used my paycheck from coaching, and that's what it went towards. My coach money this week went towards getting a babysitter, so my husband and I can actually have a date night. My money went to putting my kids in camp for the summer. My coach money has allowed me to pay for a vacation in cash without having to touch my credit cards. Any little thing. It is okay to share this kind of thing. Some people feel like, well, in a regular job, I don't share how much money I'm making, and that's true. And you're not saying how much money, you're putting it into context with an activity of how it actually impacts your life. And it's very different when you are an entrepreneur, as we are, building something from scratch. Most of us are moms or busy people who are fitting this into our lives in some way, and it is okay to be proud of that and to pat yourself on the back for that. And others will be proud of you too, and if they're not, then they shouldn't even be your Facebook friends, because they are a waste of your energy and you don't want them anyway. Has coaching impacted your life with friendships? Have you made new friends? Our team, Team Fit and Natural, is so spread out all over North America. chances are that the people that you are connected with from Oklahoma or the western part of Canada or Texas or New York or Florida, those people you would have never met unless it was for our team. So share what those friendships have done for you. Is it the support and the motivation? Is it simply that coaching gives you the unlimited access to challenge groups month after month? Share on our team, just by doing the coach sign up, I can have access to these groups month after month. And this means that there's never a time for me to slip away from my fitness journey because these groups are there for me and I have access all the time. Is it a space of positivity? Is it the kind of thing where there is so much negativity in the news or there's tough things happening in your life? And you want to say, I'm so thankful because I have a team where the culture is about being positive and the culture is about being supportive and the culture is about acceptance and accepting everyone, no matter where they come from and what their deal is. We accept and support each other. And isn't that a gift to me? I'm so thankful I signed up as a coach. All of these things and these kinds of messages all should not be accompanied by some, beautiful motivational quote image that you get off of Google Images, but it should be a picture of you or your family or something that's personal, something that's eye-catching. Is it simply that you're excited to get a discount? Did you just grab a new program and you're so psyched because you got 25% off? Share it. These are all ways that coaching impacts your life. And we should not hesitate to share the coaching part of what Beachbody offers us, because Beachbody is offering us a fitness solution, a nutrition solution, a personal growth solution, and a financial solution. All of those are parts of what Beachbody gives us, and we should be covering all of those with our messaging. And I always like to say, if you discovered an awesome restaurant, a great store, a special deal, a really good recipe, etc., wouldn't you want to share this with your friends? Would you even hesitate to post something about a great new movie, a great new restaurant, great new book, great new meal? No, you wouldn't hesitate at all. And this is not anything different than that. It's the same thing with coaching. Why wouldn't you want to share something that's bettering your life in some way? So that is the first way to post about the coach opportunity on social media, the subtle, small ways that coaching affects you. The next way is to do a new coach internship opportunity post. This is not something that you want to be posting about all the time. And as a reminder, you should be trying to post on Facebook 3 times a day. And 2 of those posts should be about your life or, something that is about who you are. The other post should be either about Beachbody or health or fitness or nutrition or something motivational. That all wraps up into Beachbody, and you only want to do that once a day. And you also, even if you're, you feel like I'm not a big Facebook poster, you don't want to just be doing your Beachbody posts. You have to be posting about what's going on in your life or your kids or your vacation or something like that, because you are not Beachbody. You are a full and complete person, and you want to share who you are. So for the new coach internship opportunity posts, post what you are looking for in a coach, what it's done for you, and the kind of support they will receive from our team. And you want to do this before each Coach Basics group that launches each month. So Coach Basics always launches the first Monday of the month. So you can post, and this is especially good if you have a like page, and this is especially a good one to make an ad on your like page, although you don't need a like page to do this. You want to just say, I'm looking for someone who is, and you can kind of describe who you are and what you're getting out of this. I'm looking for 3 women who want to be accountable for their health and fitness journey, but would also love to make some money on the side, or someone who is motivated to help others, or someone who is looking for the support of a team to start their own business. However you want to describe it, that's what you do, and this should be something that you advertise every month leading up to Coach Basics. And if you don't get anyone, you don't get anyone. It's not a big deal, but these are the kinds of posts that plant seeds for people. I'm just checking the chat, but I can't see it. Where did the chat go? Crystal, once a month. Yes, once a month. So Coach Basics runs every month, starting in the first Monday of the month. And Crystal saying, I just got a seed planted from this exact post first time I tried it. That is awesome. I usually get something from this kind of post as well. The third kind of post that you can do on social media about coaching is about our sneak peek into coaching group. This is another great post for you to use on your like page and to use as an ad, though you should definitely do it on your personal page as well. So as I started saying earlier, we will leave the sneak peek group open so that you can keep adding people throughout the month. Now remember, you do not want to just add people to the group, but you want to put it out there to let people know it's there. Give them the link to the group and then say they can request to be added to the group, and then I will approve them in. And then once they're in the group, you'll comment on post number 1 and say, welcome so-and-so, and tag them. There will be 10 posts in this group. Please look through for posts 1 through 10. You can post with your comments and questions in the comments section of the post, or you can private message me. And then you also want to private message them the same to make sure that they understand. And you want to keep following up, because I have a group of people in there that, you know, they were like not answering me for days. And then suddenly I check in again and it's like, yes, please keep me in the group. I do want to go through this. I really do want to do this. Do you mind keeping the group open so I can look through? Absolutely. So this is there. And this is there as a way to explain coaching for you. You don't even have to do it. It's explained in the group. And the way you want to share information about this group is the fact that it's casual, there is no obligation, it's informative, and it's also a great way to learn about challenge groups, because we thoroughly explain challenge groups and the success stories of challenge groups too. So people who are interested in either challenge groups or coaching should be added to this. And also, of course, doing live video is a great way to promote this as well. So just to quickly stop the share, do we have any questions about the kinds of posts that you can do about the coach opportunity? No? Okay. Let's go back. Okay, so now I want to talk about actually inviting people to the coach opportunity. And a lot of top coaches and coaches in some of the other groups that I interact in say that they have the most success with inviting people to the coach opportunity on Instagram, because there's kind of like this anonymous atmosphere to Instagram where more like everything is out there with Facebook. And for some reason, it's a little less scary to invite people on Instagram. And the other thing with Instagram is people are more careful with what they post there, because like Gary Vee says, Instagram is like a museum. You know, once the post is up, it's like a pure example of what's going on in your life. And so people are a little bit more careful with their posting. And so you get a better feel for who they are. So if you see people on Instagram and who are clearly not coaches, because they could be coaches, but if they are clearly not coaches and they're sharing recipes a lot, or they're sharing motivational quotes a lot, or they're working out a lot, then those are people that you can send a direct message to and just first get to know them. So start by forming. Take an interest in something from their life or their page and ask them a question. And compliment them. Those are always the ways to start, is asking a question and complimenting them based on what you see on their page or their profile, and then point out the positive things that they are doing that are already coach-like things. So again, are they sharing things that are positive and uplifting? Do they exercise? Do they convey that they're a seriously multitasking mom? Do they convey a healthy lifestyle? Do they seem like a positive role model in some aspect of their lives? These are things where you can reach out to people and say, you know what, I love that you are doing this, and I just want to say, this might sound totally out of the blue, but I think you would be a great member of our team. Have you ever thought about doing Beachbody coaching? And just ask, and if they say no, then no problem, just be friendly. But most people are flattered when you compliment them, and something will happen with the conversation that's positive from there. So after you start with forming and complimenting them and showing some interest in their lives, like I said, it will be positive if you focus on the compliments. Now, these are examples that I have shared before, but little script examples. I'll just read them quickly. Oops. Remove your faces. Hey, I noticed you liked my photo about the new coach training that is starting soon. Were you just being awesome and supporting me, or have you ever considered becoming a coach? And by the way, that kind of message about any of your posts, if you should always be keeping lists of people who like and comment on your posts that have anything to do with fitness, health, Beachbody, etc. And then you can send them a message just like this. Hey, I noticed you liked my photo with my Flex Friday pic. Thanks so much for the support. Were you just being awesome and supporting me, or have you ever considered becoming a coach, doing a challenge group, trying T25, doing one of my free groups, drinking Shakeology, trying the 3-day refresh? It's like this little 2-line thing can be your entry point into so much if you keep track of who is liking and commenting on your posts. And always starting with compliments and confidence, again, making them feel like they could do a post. Hey, I've seen you posting lately. I love how inspiring you are. It looks like you're really enjoying your workouts. Have you ever considered becoming a coach? I think you would be amazing at turning your already healthy lifestyle into a platform to motivate so many people. And then these are some other examples, and I will post this later so you'll have access to this and you can copy and paste. But you're just basically, again, complimenting and being positive. And even just when I do like this approach, you just popped up on my newsfeed and you look super fit and happy. Like when people like my posts, I will send them a little message and just say, hey, I know we talked about the challenge group or coaching months ago. I saw you pop up under my post about blah, blah, blah. So I was thinking of you. Whenever people like and comment, it's always an easy way for you to say, I was just thinking of you because, and then compliment them on something from their profile and then ask. Just very short. See how quick these things are. These should not be things that are time consuming. And so now I want to go over, what if someone is actually interested in the coach opportunity? What do you do then? Well, the first thing you want to do, especially with our new model, is plug them into the last sneak peek group that is open and ask them to go through the numbered posts. We'll always have one open going forward, and that will do the explaining for you. Let me just look at the chat. Just going over this is helping me think of some people I need to invite to coaching. Good, George. Yeah, sometimes, you know, you got to think of like all of those different categories of what you would compliment people on, and then think of a list of people for each of those things. The multitasking mom, the motivational person, the person always sharing healthy food, the person that cooks so much, the person that does CrossFit, the person that's always exercising at the gym, the person that loves yoga. You could probably, for each of these things I'm thinking of, you probably have 5 people that are Facebook friends that you could write down their names for each of those, and those are people to reach out to. So please use the sneak peek group, and if you are not in our current sneak peek group, ask me to add you and I will add you so that you have access and you see what's there, because also being a member of these groups yourself reminds you how to talk about coaching. You know, it makes it more comfortable for you. And this is something where for our AMP graduates, and I know Crystal just did this recently, it is extremely helpful to record a video of yourself sharing how coaching impacts your life. That way you upload it to YouTube, you have the link, and then you always have it on hand to share as a personalized view of coaching, in addition to adding them to the sneak peek group. Because the sneak peek group is going to be, you know, probably my face, it's going to be me explaining things, it's going to be some of the leaders on our teams explaining things, it's going to be some of the success stories that I use all the time. If you guys have things, by the way, that you want me to add about you to the sneak peek, I would be more than happy to. I just don't have the time to constantly be thinking of ways to update it. But if you reach out to me and would like to have yourself represented in there in some way, I would love to add in your story. I would love to add in a video of you. You know, it could even be an extra resources section, and I put your videos there. So please, if you want to be represented in there, let me know. But this way, you have people go into the sneak peek group and they get the perfect picture, you know, that's already explained from us. But then you have your video. That's you, the person that they can relate to, the person that brought them to this opportunity. They're there because of you, because there's something about you that pulls them in. And in that video, you just say exactly the first thing that we started with, the thing with your subtle, natural, easy posts that you put up about coaching. I love that coaching has helped me remain committed to my health and fitness journey. Even though I'm not where I want to be, it helps me stay focused and think about where I want to go. It has introduced so many friends into my life. The commission that I make goes towards my grocery bill or paying off my student loan every month. The discount makes it possible for me to get the new programs that I want to get, or to keep drinking Shakeology, which my entire family loves. You want to share those things, your story, in a quick little video. And I know we all hate seeing ourselves on video, but you in no way will ever look or sound as bad as you think that you do. You will just be a normal person, and by being so normal, that makes you relatable. People are not looking for someone perfect. They're talking to you because they relate to you for something. So remember that. Just be you. If you make a mistake in what you're saying, then just correct yourself. Laugh at yourself. Be like, I hate being on video, but I love this opportunity. Own your mistake. I love this opportunity. So I feel like I just need to get through this video because I want to tell you about this thing because it means so much to me. You just own it. So that is my other suggestion for a really great tool to have in your back pocket. And lastly, if you don't know how to explain something to an interested prospect, just ask. I or your coach can hold your hand through the conversation. So don't let that stop you from trying and initiating conversation. If you feel like I don't want to invite someone because I have no idea what to do or say, if they say they're interested, don't worry. We'll help you from there. Just start the conversation. That's the only thing that's totally in your court. I can't start the conversations for you. You start the conversations. I or one of us will help you through the conversations. You will always have support to go through these things. How to invite people to the VIP member opportunity, and that, of course, is what we call the discount coach opportunity. Of course, you always want to be inviting your challengers, no matter how they did, no matter how good or bad, no matter how interested or not interested you think they would be. You always offer the opportunity to sign up as a VIP coach so they can continue on with the challenge groups and get the 25% discount. And remember the script for that message to send, what is it called? Coach invitation message. In the files tab of the team group, you just copy and paste. You don't even have to personalize it. The other thing that you can do is when someone is at the point of buying a challenge pack, you can let them know. You can either sign up just as you're about to right now, and that will give you access for 30 days, or you can just sign up as a VIP member at Beachbody, like being a preferred customer at another company. It's just the coach sign up for us, but it doesn't mean that you ever have to coach. So this way, you're signing up with a 60-day program. That way, you have access to at least 2 challenge groups. You can cancel after the second group if you want to, but you'll get a 25% discount on that second Shakeology, and you'll be all lined up, all ready to do 2 groups in a row. Just keep it casual, and if they don't want to, they don't want to. It's no big deal, but you can always throw it out there. And lastly, how to support new coaches. You should treat new coaches just like you would treat a new challenger. You want to hold their hand as much as they want to help them get started. So don't hold their hand as much as you want. It's as much as they want. So don't look at people like numbers, like, okay, this is going to help me get to Emerald. This is going to help me get to Diamond. Okay, I signed this person. I just need 4 more. I'm going to be Diamond. Check, check, check. No, these are people entrusting you with their journey. So you want to be there for them. You want to hold them accountable in the challenge group just like you would with a new challenger. And you want to check in regularly. So when people become coaches, you do not stop coaching them. You step up to coach them even more. So when people start disappearing from their second, third, fourth challenge group, You are private messaging them. You're tagging them in the group. You know what's going on in their lives. It gets harder and harder when you have a ton of coaches, but I'll get to how they can have additional support. But you want to do that as much as you are capable of doing. You want to check in regularly, whether they are working coaches or VIP member discount coaches. Do not ever classify as someone to be more valuable to you than someone else. Everybody is valuable and everybody is on your team. So, give them the opportunity to receive the support. So no matter what kind of coaching they sign up for, always in capital letters, send them the Welcome New Coach letter via email, which is in the Files tab of the team group. You simply copy and paste it. You can personalize if you like. It has the information for how they can get the refund on the $39.95 coach sign-up fee if they didn't buy a challenge pack, which completely waives that in the coach sign-up. You also always add them as a member to the Team Fit and Natural group, whether they are going to be a working coach or not. And then you always introduce them to the team with a personalized image and message, tagging them and complimenting them on what they have accomplished so far and or what they hope to accomplish. Make them feel good and supported about the decision that they just made. And then always, once you have coaches especially, regardless of whether you are really a big working coach or not, you are scanning the team group always for things that may be relevant to your team, to the coaches on your team, and tag them in those posts, whether it's a challenge group sign up, whether it's someone's success story that you think might inspire them, whether it's an article, whether it's something new that Beachbody is coming out with. Tag them for anything that would be relevant to them. Also, you want to follow up on their response to the level of interest in coaching from that question in the Welcome New Coach email. If you haven't looked through the Welcome New Coach email, there is a video link to me explaining the different kinds of coach that you can be. And so you are asking them in that email, what kind would you like to be? A purely discount coach? Would you like to be a hobby coach and maybe invite some friends and make enough money to cover the cost of your Shakeology each month? Or would you like to try and do something with this and build a business from this? Follow up once on that, because sometimes people just don't see the email. They're not expecting an email from you. You're not in their context. Follow up once and be like, oh, did you see the Welcome New Coach letter? Did you want to let me know what kind of coaching you were interested in? Don't push it beyond that, but always follow up once. Always ask them if they're interested in doing the next session of Coach Basics. Let them know that it does run every month. And then when the sign-up post goes up every month, tag your coaches there and ask them if they would like to do it. Also ask them if they would more casually. Some people don't want to do anything that's participatory, but they would just like to see some more information about what coaching is. You can sign them up to receive the 8-day quick start coach training via email. And if you provide me with their email address, I will enroll them in an email autoresponder, which will send them 8 days of emails in a row. It's not like I'm personally sending it. I'm putting them into a system, and then they receive these emails with the most basic information about coaching. And it's totally casual and a really easy way to get them started. You also want to keep in touch with them about their goals and their why. Regardless of what kind of coach they are, you want to keep being their coach, making suggestions, and asking what you can do to help. Sometimes people suddenly go, and there are people here on this call that have gone from being a completely discount coach to suddenly wanting to try working the business. There are people on here who have not been too serious about their fitness journey and suddenly want to step it up to a different level. You always want to be in touch about how people are doing, what their goals are, and how they're changing. You also, we want to do a getting started right call with them. If there is somebody that has any interest in working the business whatsoever, even just, occasionally inviting a friend, you want to do a Zoom call with them. You can go over the 4 vital behaviors. You can ask them about their goals and their fears, which is something that I always feel like is one of the most important things, because the fear question especially, I feel like it doesn't come out in other forms. Like I might be private messaging with them, I might have them in Coach Basics, but it's not until I'm looking at them on Zoom and I say to them something like, do you have any hesitation about coaching? Is there anything that makes you feel held back or nervous about this? That's when people tell you, well, I'm scared to post on Facebook, or I'm scared that because I don't look a certain way, I can't be a coach. That's when the real fears come out. And this is such a great opportunity to address that thing that might be the make or break point for them, and also to help them feel supported and to give them the correct information. If you do not feel that you can handle a getting started right call on your own, that is no problem whatsoever. Your upline diamond or upline star diamond or I can help you with the call. I could do all the talking. There are other people on our team that can do all the talking for you, and you can just be there. And if you can't be there, one of us can still do it. So always make sure people at least have the opportunity to do a getting started right call. And this is very key and something that I've really, really, really been loving this year. You want to find support for your coaches from people who are not you. So you want to find a buddy for your coach. It can be a fitness-only buddy if they are a purely discount VIP coach, someone who's in the challenge group that they are normally in. So someone who, like in our challenge group, we always have accountability partners. People can sign up at the beginning of the challenge group, and basically every time they post their sweaty pic or Shakeology or anything, they tag their buddy. And then if one of them is not posting, then the other person's saying, like, you know, Jessica, I didn't see you do your PIO workout today. How's everything going over there? So having a buddy, even if it's a fitness only buddy, is a great way to provide someone with additional support and also help them to feel more connected to our team. And if they have any interest in coaching, finding a success partner for coaching is key. And if you need help matching, I am more than happy to help you match, because obviously I would probably know more people throughout the team, and there may be someone that would be a perfect match. So, you know, this can be something as simple as someone is just doing their first invitations, or they are just signed up for Coach Basics, or they are just stepping it up to try to be Emerald, or they just became Emerald and they want to, you know, have some support from someone who is also a brand new Emerald. You create a partnership pod for them. So what I like to do is to set up a message thread with the two people, introduce them, get them going, and then I'm also in there with them. And basically, I just say to people, you can forget that I'm here. Unless you have a question, type it in. I'll basically be scanning for my name, you know, and like I'll also occasionally be cheering when someone, you know, says they got a lot done, or they did something great, or they brought on a new challenger. But, you know, I obviously don't have all the time in the world to read everybody's message thread thoroughly, but I'm there for questions. And also the presence of having kind of an upline within that message thread encourages people to step up with the accountability. And you know, you can also help them get going. Like, okay, what's a goal that you two want to accomplish this month? Do you want to both hit a certain amount of Success Club points? Do you want to both first get your very first challenger? Do you want to both try and hit Emerald by, you know, the next month? Let's work on that together. And so when you give that person an extra layer of support, it just makes so much of a difference. Because the thing is, even if you've been a coach for like a month, your coach will look at you as being at a different place in your journey. So having someone who is much more on the same level makes them feel like it's a safer place to really ask questions and really kind of work in a supported way. Another thing to do is that you can ask them, the new coach, if they know anyone who might want to do this with them. So maybe this just happened to Crystal also, they put up a post, a new coach puts up a post and says, I just started this, I'm so excited, does anyone want to do it with me? Or maybe it's that someone feels like, well, you know, I know that there's this girl that would just be so perfect for this. She would love coaching, or she would love my challenge group, but I have no idea how to talk to her. Would it be okay if you do the, you know, you basically offer to do the talking for them and just do a message thread again with the 3 people, and you can do the coaching. The new coach watches you do it, and you help them, and then you help them reap the benefits. So you can always offer to do for people regardless of their level of interest in the beginning. And most importantly, you just do not want to forget your coaches. You do not want to be too busy for them. You want to make sure that they are plugged in, and you want to stay close to their goals. You also want to empower them. So a lot of times, and I've had this experience with many of you, you'll ask me a question and you'll say, I just got this objection from somebody, or this person just wrote this to me. What should I say back? And I'll say, okay, well, first, before I tell you, what do you want to say back? What do you think you should say back? You always want to give people the chance to think through and put their own thing out there, because that is the way that people learn. People don't learn from you just giving them. You have to teach them to do. So from the beginning, you show that you are always there to support, but you want them to try and think of what they would say, and learn to trust their own gut on what they want to say too. And when people join your team as a coach, whether they are your personally sponsored coach or further down your downline, you want to be there for them because it's an honor that they have chosen to join you. So you want to be looking out for your coaches' coaches. If somebody, if you have coaches who are not working the business, but they randomly have coaches who are, then you're going to be there for them. There are so many people on the team that are not my personally sponsored coaches that I work with very closely, because it's the right thing to do, because it comes back to you, because it helps the whole team. So you always want to be as present as you can possibly be to help anyone that needs help on the team. So that is my spiel for now. Do we have any other messages here? Crystal, you had said, should we be doing this type of inviting 3 times a day? I struggle with this, inviting to the coach opportunity. I would set a weekly goal for inviting to the coach opportunity, not necessarily a daily goal. So maybe it's just that you want to introduce the coach opportunity or plant a seed with somebody in some way 3 times a week. Maybe one of those times is talking to one of your best friends at a play date about it. And all of those things are planting seeds. So I would not put the pressure on yourself of, I need to invite to the coach opportunity every day. It's great if you can, but I would set a manageable goal so that you force yourself to actually do it. Even if it's, I'm going to introduce it to one person this week. Hold yourself accountable for doing it at least once for the week. Any other questions? No?
Charise, did you say you're going to post the slides as well?
Yes, I will.
Okay. The meeting was talked over some here, so thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, always in the files tab in the team call recording doc, if you go back, you'll see that anytime that there's slides, I'll put the link to the slides, and I'll have the link to the call as well.
Thank you.
Sure. Any other questions? All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for taking the time. And I know there's a lot more people who wanted to be on the call but can't at this time. So please make sure that they see the recording when I post it tomorrow. All right. Thank you, guys. Have a good night. Talk to you soon.